quick update on books. So I've just finished this one. Took me about 2 weeks, I think, to finish it. It was pretty good. For those of you who've seen The Housemaid, I think it's called. It's kind of similar to that, but not really. But it's like a crime type book, I'd say. Yeah, I think I would recommend it. I think at some parts I was like really intrigued and like wanting to find out what's going to happen. But then some of the writing was a bit not my cup of tea. But overall, it was a pretty good book. I quite enjoyed it. This was the one that I read before that. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I know I'm quite late on reading this one because I think a lot of people have already read it. It's quite an old book and like there was like several like movies made. It's a trilogy, so there's 3 books. I've got the other 2 as well. Borrowed them from my boyfriend's mum. And I enjoyed it. It was a very big book. It took me a while to get through. I think I'm gonna start reading the second one and I'm gonna see how much I enjoy it and whether I actually wanna read all 3 of them, because some of the writing just feels very, I don't know how to put this, but it feels outdated. I don't think it's something that you would find nowadays, like that kind of writing. But I feel like it's almost become a bit of a classic in a way, and if you're into like crime thriller, that kind of stuff, you probably would enjoy it. It's got quite a very interesting story, and I feel like you don't really know what's gonna happen until at the end, and it was good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I will update you on how I find the second one as well. This coffee is really good, by the way. I've never tried it. This is the first time I've tried it. I'm also just watching Race Across the World. I don't know if any of you have seen it. I think it's the new episodes. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm liking it. So this morning I went to the gym. I didn't actually do too much because this week is a deload for me. I did just like a little bit of upper, like I did some push-ups, I did a bit of lat pull down, a bit of like rows, and then like shoulders, a bit of abs, and just a bit of like stretching and stuff, but not actually anything heavy, just like a quick 45-minute session. Nothing intense, because as I said, it's a deload this week, so exclusive to Morrison's. They are these like high protein flatbreads, and they're vegan, and it's 13 grams of protein per flatbread and 231 calories, which is pretty good. I've been liking having like flatbreads and then putting on vegan meat and like salad and a bit of like protein yogurt. I'll show you later when I make my lunch. And now I'm gonna finish this episode of Race Across the World. I started watching with my boyfriend, but he was like, doesn't seem too interested, and I quite like it. Like I quite like seeing like the different places they go to around the world. They're in Kazakhstan right now. I'll probably have lunch in a minute. It's 12:30 now. It's a quick gym fit. These are Define shorts, like the blue ones. I really like them. I think I'm gonna try and find some red ones as well, because I've seen like girls in the gym wear them. This Lululemon bra, also from Vinted. Yeah, it's quite nice. I quite like it. I'm gonna try these. Planted pulled barbecue. I had the chicken, the lemon and herb chicken, and that was quite nice. I quite like that. I have the flatbread with the pulled barbecue, and I'm gonna make like a yogurt sauce and then just put like some salad on it, and then I'm gonna have that. I'll show you when I'm ready. I'm gonna put this on my toaster for a little bit. 2 like mini cucumbers. Whoever like also lives in the UK knows that it's been literally like the hottest May ever. It was like 30 degrees multiple days this week, and it's been so hot and muggy. I feel like I just can't breathe properly. I've also got some like baby plums. I always eat this, the Alpro like Greek style plain, because it's got quite a lot of protein, and I never used to be like a big yogurt person. Quite like this one. It's quite nice. Sometimes it's nicer to make like a yogurt sauce, or if you want to have like less calories, you can just have the yogurt, and then I put like salt and pepper. Sometimes I'll put like lemon if I've got some. I'm putting like mint as well to make like a mint yogurt sauce, and it's quite nice. Also, if you guys have any like recommendations for me for like food, let me know, because I love trying out new stuff and like new foods and stuff like that. I also put on some shredded iceberg lettuce. And then I'm also gonna have this, just some like clear protein with my water, just to get some extra like protein. Here we have the finished product. So like I said, it's got the yogurt, the pulled barbecue is like underneath, you can see some bits there. And then my tomatoes, cucumbers and some lettuce on top. And then I'm gonna have some on the side as well because it just didn't fit. And I will say it's quite a messy meal, so like I know some people really don't like messy food, like my boyfriend, he really hates it. This is not for people who don't like messy food. Fast forward 2 hours or so, I'm showered, as you can tell, all showered, all freshened up. Last time I caught up with you was when I was like about to have my lunch. So the pulled barbecue, I can recommend, it was really good, I enjoyed that. You should definitely try it if you're vegan or non-vegan. Also, I got these marks from my glasses. I was wearing them just then, but they like reflect a lot. Just ignore it please, because I've just taken them off. Watched some more Race Across the World. I'm a bit obsessed right now. And now I'm just editing the video, and I just thought it would be good to give you a bit of an update on like Germany, the move and stuff. Because I think when I did like my first like 2 videos, I think at that time we hadn't told like our families yet, and like obviously quite a lot's happened since then. We told our family. Next video next week is going to be another like sit down video where I'm gonna just tell you like how that went and stuff. So I'm not going to go like fully in detail now. Now we've kind of like started going into like the more like details, like stuff of it. So my boyfriend is planning to do like a master's in Hamburg, so he has to do like another additional like test, which is booked in. He's an engineer, so like he did his undergrad here in engineering, and for it to be like accepted in Germany, because Germany's EU and England isn't, he has to do like an additional test, which is fine, it's okay. It's just this like extra step, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, luckily the master's is in English, so he doesn't have to be like fluent in German to be able to do his master's. When it comes to me, so I have reached out to one of like the unis in Hamburg that I'm still trying to understand like how exactly it works. I'm a social worker and I would like to do something like social worky in Hamburg. I don't know exactly what yet, but obviously I still need to get like my degree like approved. So I'm still trying to understand like how I'm gonna do that. And I reached out to the uni. I mean, for those of you that are from Hamburg or in Hamburg, it's called HAW, so like HAW Hamburg. It stands for Hochschule für angewandte Wissenschaften, which is like basically uni for like more like the practical stuff, like the practical kind of jobs, I think. Because like in Bristol, for example, we've got like Bristol Uni, which is like Russell Group and more like research based, and then we've got UWE Bristol, which is more like practical, like work based. So I think that's how it is in Hamburg as well, but I don't know if I'm right. But essentially, if you want to do anything social worky, you have to go through the HAW. So I've reached out to them, and it took them a while to get back to me, to be fair, but they have got back to me. So this is the email. So they very kindly responded to my email, which is really nice. But basically there is like a difference between whether you want like your degree to be like accepted. So that kind of happens on this website, which is like the ZAB, Zentralstelle für ausländisches Bildungswesen. So they are like the people that accept or like translate like your foreign degree into like the German equivalent, from what I can gather. If I want my degree to be like accepted in Germany, so my master's, then I would go to them. And then there was also, if I basically want, like the second bit is like if I want to actually work as a social worker in Germany, that's what like the or in Hamburg, that's what the HAW does. This seems to be like the second website, so it's really confusing. Like I think anyone who's ever like tried to move to Germany or who has like ever lived in Germany knows that they are very confusing and complicated. From what I've understood, is if I want to work as a social worker, then I actually have to go through this website. But then I don't fully understand why it is that like the HAW does it, because I've just read it again, and yeah, it has to go through this website. But then I assume, like as in this website that I've just shown you, but then I assume that actually it goes through to the HAW, like the uni. So essentially they have to compare like the degrees and then say whether the work that I've done here in England as a social worker allows me to then work in Germany as a social worker. I think that's the gist of it. So obviously she mentions the HCPC here, but that's not actually the body that regulates social work in England anymore. It's Social Work England. What I'm going to do is I'm basically gonna hand in all like the bits of like paperwork that they need from me. So like my transcript, my degree, my like work reference, my Social Work England registration. I think maybe also my undergrad, like just in case. I'm gonna upload all of that. I think it costs like 200 or something like that euros, I want to say. But basically I'm at that step now where I'm trying to make sense of everything here. Just try and figure out how I can work in the social work field in Hamburg. I don't think it will be too much of an issue because I have got a master's and like I have been working as a social worker here, and from what I've heard it doesn't seem to be like that much different from what we do here in England. So it should be all okay. Like it should all go through fine. I still don't understand if I also need this or if it will be enough to just do it through the other website and then it to go through like the HAW, and then they will allow me, like they will give me like a certificate that says that I'm allowed to work as a social worker. I'm still figuring that bit out, so I'm going to give you an update once I figured it out. I also might have to do like an extra like exam when I'm over there, but obviously once they've compared the degrees, as in my master's and their like German equivalent, they're gonna, I suppose, let me know if there are any other like additional things that I need to do or evidence. I'm back and this is my dinner. I didn't film anything because it was already pre-made. Improvised bolognese and some pasta and then some nutritional yeast on top. Of course, I'm finishing the day off with a nice decaf cup of tea and a little digestive. Forgot to say, this is the other little coaster that we have from Vietnam. This is probably the end of the video. Nothing else is probably going to happen now because I'm going to eat my dinner and watch another episode and just finish editing this video so that it can go up this weekend. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit of a different video than the last two. I quite enjoyed filming it, so let me know if you enjoyed watching it. I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and maybe also give a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts and how you found it. I will speak to you again next week. See ya.